Assalomu alaykum. Bugungi darsimizda Cambridge 12 kitobining test 6 passage 1 haqida gaplashamiz va birinchi navbatda o'z ko'rganingizek bizdan nima kutilayotganligi, nima haqida o'qishimizni bilish uchun birinchi navbatda headline-ni ko'rib olishimiz kerak va bu qismda o'z ko'rganingizek the risk agriculture faces in developing countries, ya'ni rivojlanayotgan davlatlarda agrikultura kutayotgan risklar va undan keyin esa birinchi navbatda savol turlariga qarab olishimiz kerak va qanaqa skilllar ishlatishni bilishimiz uchun o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek bu qismda which paragraph contains the following information, ya'ni qaysi paragraflarda ma'lumotlar berilgan, matching information, undan keyin esa matching people, like a list of people, and we have like statements, and here nota bene you may use any letter more than once. Demak bitta harfni kamida ikki marta ishlatishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Undan keyin esa multiple choice questions, which true problems are mentioned and which affects farmers and small farms in developing countries, ya'ni rivojlanayotgan davlatlarda kichkina fermalarda eng fermerlarni qiynayotgan muammolar va keyingi qismda esa ikkita muammo topishimiz kerak. Bu qismda which actions are recommended for improving conditions for farmers. Demak, bu qismda fermerlarning ahvolini yaxshilash uchun qanaqa deciyalar rekomendatsiya qilinganligi haqida topishimiz kerak. O'zingiz ko'rganingizdek, barcha bu savollar tekstda xohlagan joyda keladi va bu bizani qiynab qo'yishi mumkin, bizani confuse qilishi mumkin. Shuning uchun ham birinchi navbatda biz tekstni o'qigan holda, tekstning qanaqadir qismini o'qigan holda kamida, masalan, hammasini o'qimasak ham, ma'lum bir qismlarini, ma'lum bir paragraflarni balki 2 ga bo'lgan holda yoki 3 ga bo'lgan holda, 3-4 ta paragraf o'qigan holda o'qigan paragraflarni tushunib, keyin savollarga javob topishga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Keling, endi birinchi qismdan boshlaymiz. A. Two things distinguish food production from all other productive areas. Demak, qismda ikkita narsa food productionni boshqa productive activitylardan ajratib turar ekan. First, every single person needs food each day, okay, and has right to it. Second, it's usually depend on nature. These two unique aspects. Demak, qismda ikkita unique, необыкновенный aspektlar haqida gapirilgan. One political and other natural makes food production highly vulnerable and different from any other business. At the same time, cultural activities are entrenched in food and agriculture systems. Okay, bu qismda ikkita food productionni boshqa sohalardan o'ziga farqli tomoni haqida gapirilgan. O'z ko'rganingizdek, one political, second natural, undan tashqari cultural activitylarni, cultural valuelarni ham ahamiyat haqida gapirib ketilgan. Paragraph B ga ketamiz. Farmers everywhere face major risks. Demak, qismda fermerlarning katta risklari haqida gapirgan, including extreme weather, long-term climate change, price volatility in input and product markets. However, smallholder farmers in developing countries must, in addition, deal with adverse environments, both natural in terms of soil quality, rainfall, and human in terms of infrastructure, financial systems, markets, knowledge, and technology. Counterintuitively, hunger is prevalent among many smallholder families in the developing world. Demak, shunda o'z ko'rganingizdek, multiple choice bizga developing country'dagi fermerlarning muammolari haqida topishimiz kerak edi. Bu muammolar chiqib keldi, masalan. Endi o'shalarni topishga qidirishga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Masalan, paragraf B faqatgina yirik xavflar haqida va asosan developing country, ya'ni rivojlanayotgan davlatlarda kichik fermerlarni qanaqa muammolarga duch kelishi haqida. Endi bu qismda o'qiganimiz uchun multiple choice'ga qaytamiz. Savolga multiple choice savollarimiz 10-dan 11-gacha, 12-13 gacha edi. Masalan, 10-11gacha savollarimiz berilgan. Problems are mentioned affect farmer and small farms in developing countries. O'zingiz ko'rganingizdek, o'zingiz eslasangiz, ikkita muammo bor edi, bitta natural, bittasi human. Naturalda aytishganda environment, soil quality deyishganda, human esa financial systems, infrastructure deyishganda. Xo'p, topamiz. Lack of demand for locally produced food, demand haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Lack of irrigation program, bu haqida ma'lumot bormi? Irrigation yo'q. Being unable to get insurance haqida ma'lumot. Financial systems, maybe. Effects of changing weather patterns bor. Qismda berilgan. Adverse environment, natural terms of quality haqida ma'lumot. Having to sell their goods to immediate buyers haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Shuning uchun ham bu qismda D ni olamiz. Irrigation program. Maybe. Demak, bu qismda javoblar B da emas, aniq B da emas. Hamma joyda tarqalib ketganligini ko'rdik. Demak, bunaqa ish qilmas ekanmiz. Menda javoblarim, taxminiy javoblarim D and B and C. Uchta javob oldim. Qaysidir paragraf o'qiganimdan keyin bitta javobni chiqarib tashlayman. Xo'p, endi shunaqa qildik. List of people yo'q, hali 4-9 gacha hech kimni o'qimadik, hech qanaqa odam chiqmadi. Matching informationni qarab ko'ramiz. Reference to characteristics only apply to food production. O'z ko'rganingizdek bor bu qismda faqatgina food productionga apply qiladigan xarakteristikalar bor. Ikkitasini ko'rgandik, ikkitasi berildi. Bittasi Political, ikkinchisi natural. Paragraph A deydi. Shuning uchun ham paragraph A ni belgilab qo'yamiz. I think. I'm not sure about it. We're improvising. Reference to reference to challenges faced only by farmers in certain parts of the world. Bu haqida ma'lumot bor. Bormi, yo'qmi? Challenges only faced by farmers in certain parts of the world. Certain parts of the world, developing countries haqida ma'lumot bor. Menimcha olsak bo'ladi, bino ko'rsak bo'ladi bunga. Bino ko'ramiz, agar javoblarni o'zgartirib ketaveramiz keyin agar kerak bo'lsa. Reference to difficulties in bringing about cooperation between farmers. Bu haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Fermerlar o'rtasida cooperation, ya'ni hamkorlikka erishish haqidagi muammolar haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Shuning uchun ham buni hali belgilamaymiz. Endi CD ni o'qiymiz, yana bir marta topishga harakat qilamiz. Participants in the online debate argued that our biggest challenge is to address the underlying cause of agriculture system's inability to ensure sufficient food for all. They identified the drivers as the problem of our dependency on fossil fuels and unsupportive government policies. O'z ko'rgansak, onlayn debatlardagi ishtirokchilarning o'ylagan eng katta muammosi, challenge bu agrikultura sistemasining неспособность проводить ensure sufficient food, yetarlicha ovqatni bera olmasligi, bunga ikkita asosiy muammoni keltirib o'tirgan ekan. Ikkita asosiy sababni fossil fuellarga dependency and unsupportive government policies. One question mitigating the risk farmers face. Most essays called for greater state intervention. Greater state interventionga chaqirishgan ekan. Greater state intervention degani bu davlat aralashishi kerak, unaqa qilish kerak, bunaqa qilish kerak. Qisqasi davlat nimadir qilish kerak. In his essay, Kananyo Nwadze, demak birinchi javobimiz bor, chunki odamlar haqida yozilgan edi, eslasangiz. O'sha javobni topishga harakat qilamiz. Was the president of the International Fraud Fund, blah blah blah. We don't need this information. It's like useless. Argues that governments can significantly reduce the risk for farmers by providing base areas like roads to get produce more efficiency to market, water food storage facilities to reduce losses. Sophia Murphy, ikkita javobimiz bor ekan bu qismda. Ikkita javob bor ekan. Sophie Murphy suggests that procurement and holding of stocks by government can also help mitigate swings in food prices by elevating uncertainties about market supply. Demak, risklar, fermerlar face qiladigan risklarni muammo hal qilishi, greater state intervention, ya'ni davlatlar aralashuvi bilan hal qilishi ikkita tarafdorlar bergan ekan. Kananyo degan odam aytibdi, basic service like road larni to'g'rilab berishimiz kerak, water food storage larni to'g'rilab berishimiz kerak. Sophia Murphy aytibdi, procurement bilan o'sha stoklarni, o'sha produktlarni davlat tomonidan ushlab turishini hal qilib bersak, o'sha food price-da, ya'ni ovqat narxida swing bo'lmaydida, ularga yomon oqibatlarga olib kelmaydi debdi. O'sha uchun ham bu javoblarni topishga harakat qilamiz. CD-dagilarni o'qiymiz. Xo'p, 4-savol. Question 4. Financial assistance for government doesn't always go to the farmers. Haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Farmers can benefit from collaborating as a group. Haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Financial assistance from the government can improve the standard of living of farmers. Haqida ma'lumot. Standard of living? No. Farmer may be helped if there is financial input by the same individual who buys them. No. Government can help reduce variation in price. Haqida ma'lumot bor. Government can help reduce variation in price. Haqida ma'lumot Sophia Murphy bergan. Masalan, price swings haqida ma'lumot bor. Shuning uchun ham buni Sophia Murphy B deb olamiz 8 da. B. Keyingi o'tib ketamiz. Improvements to infrastructure can have a major impact on risk of farmers. Improvements to infrastructure haqida ma'lumot bor. Infrastructure haqida ma'lumotni Kananyo berganda, basic services like roads, water food storage haqida ma'lumot bordi. Shuning uchun ham bu qismda 9 ga A belgilab qo'yamiz. O'zingiz ko'rganingizdek, bular tartibda kelmadi. Masalan, 8-9 ga javob D da keldi. Endi 4-5-6-7 ga javob qayerda kelishini xudo biladi endi. O'sha uchun ham e'tiborli bo'lish kerak. Keyingiga o'tamiz. Keyingisi bu qismda paragraph E, F and G if we can. First EF, Shenzhen Fan keyword yana held up social safety nets and public welfare programs in Ethiopia as valuable ways to address poverty among farming facilities and reduce the vulnerability to agricultural shock. Some commentators responded that cash transfers to poor families don't necessarily translate into increased food security, as these programs don't always strengthen food production and or raise income. Regarding state services, Rakia again commented in her essay that haven't compensated for the strange hold exercised by private traders. In fact, studies show that 60% of beneficiaries of subsidies are not poor, but rich landowners and non-farmer traders. O'zingiz ko'rganingizdek, bu qismda Shenzhen Fan bilan Rocky Kabir ma'lumotlar berilgan. Shenzhen Fan o'z ko'rganingizdek bu qismda aytibdi, Efiopiyada, Braziliya, Meksikoda social safety netlarni yaratibdi, welfare programmalarni yaratibdi, bo'ldi, shu ish qilibdi. Keyingi qismda Rocky Kabir aytibdi, bu unaqa social safety netlarni yaratish, unaqa finansiy yordamlar berish fermerlarga emas, balki rich odamlarga, rich landownerlarga yoki non-farmer traderlarga ketib qolganligini aytibdi. Nuance Murphy and Fan argued private risk management tools like private insurance, commodity future markets, and natural rural finance can help small-scale producers mitigate risk and allow investors for improve risk. Warned that financial support schemes often encourage the adoption of high-input agricultural practices, which in the medium term may raise production costs beyond the value of their harvest. Murphy notes when the future markets become excessively financialized, they can contribute to short-term price volatility, which increases farmers' food insecurity. Many participants and commentators emphasize that greater transparency in markets is needed to mitigate the impact of volatility, make evident whether adequate stocks and supplies are available. Others contended that agribusiness companies should be held responsible for paying for negative side effects. Wow, it was about finance, it was about really difficult information, and we will try to change our color and do this thing. O'qiyin bo'ldi. Shenzhen Fan, Rokiya Kabir bitta odam o'shalarning ma'lumotlar berilgan, bu qismda javoblarni topishga harakat qilamiz. Financial assistance from the government doesn't always go to farmers haqida ma'lumot bor. Bu Kabir haqida gapirilgan. Mana beneficiaries mana bu qismda javob berilgan. Shuning uchun ham Kabirni olamiz bu qismda. Kabir D belgilab olamiz. Demak, o'z ko'rganingizdek javoblar tartibda kelmaydi. Keyingiga o'tamiz. Farmers can benefit from collaborating haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Assistance government can improve standard of living farmers. Financial assistance improve their standard of living. Bu haqida ma'lumot bormi shu paytgacha? Financial assistance from the government haqida ma'lumotni ko'rmadim lekin. Yo'q, bunaqa ma'lumot ko'rmadim. Maybe Shenzhen Fan, I don't know. Maybe qilib ma'lumotni belgilab qo'yaman, lekin bu aniq ma'lumot degani emas. Keyin o'zgartirishimiz mumkin. Farmers may be helped with financial input by same individual haqida ma'lumot yo'q hozircha. Governments can help do buni bajardik. Demak, bitta javob, ikkita javob qoldi bizda. Ikkita javobni bajarishga harakat qilamiz. Bu qismda 12-13 improving conditions for farmers haqida ma'lumotlarni topishga harakat qilamiz. Reducing the size of food stock haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Lekin birinchi navbatda o'qib olishimiz kerak. Wow, it's hard. Good luck people. Xo'p, birinchi navbatda o'qib olaylik, keyin javoblarni topishga harakat qilamiz. Many essays mentioned climate change and consequences for small-scale agriculture. For Fan explained in addition to reducing crop yields, climate change increased magnitude and frequency of extreme weather events, which increase smallholder vulnerability. Growing unpredictability of weather patterns increases farmers' difficulty in managing weather-related risks. Wow, it's hard. According to this author, one solution would be develop crop varieties that are more resilient to the climate trends, extreme weather patterns. According to Pat Mooney, suggested if we're to survive climate change, we must adapt policies to let businesses diversify the plant and animal species variety breeds that make up our menus. Hop, variation get e'tibor berish kerak deb yozibdi. Climate change haqida asosan. Some participants, authors and commentators argued in favor of community-based keyword and autonomous risk management strategies throughout collective action of groups, cooperatives, and producers. Such groups enhance market opportunities for small-scale producers, reduce marketing costs, and synchronize buying and selling seasonal price. According to Murphy, collective action offers an important way for farmers to strengthen their political economic bargaining power and to reduce their business risk. One commentator, G.L. Ton, warned about collective action doesn't come as a free good. It takes time, effort, and money to organize, but build trust, experiments. Others, Mike Venoji, and this suggests in order to apply that we already know. Work together, starting at the beginning of value chain. Boshida birgalikda ishlash haqida ma'lumot berilgan. Demak, javobimiz bor. Xo'p, farmers can benefit collaborating as a group haqida ma'lumot bor va bu Murphy haqida berilgan. Demak, Murphyni yana bir marta belgilaymiz. Demak, B ni 2 marta belgiladik. Demak, bu qism tugadi. Bu qismdan rozimiz. Demak, bu qism ketdi. Xo'p, 4 ketdi, 5 ketdi, 6 ketdi, 7 hali ketgani yo'q. Farmers may be help if there is financial input by same individual haqida ma'lumot yo'q hozircha. Hali o'qimadik bu narsani. Xo'p, rangni o'zgartirib olib, yana bir marta o'qiymiz. Shu bilan tugaydi. Azima uyg'onadi keyin. Some participants explained that market price volatility is often worsened by the presence of intermediate purchasers. One commenter suggests that this can give greater control over the price and benefit by selling directly to customers. But similarly, sonally based wrote the community support agriculture, where consumers invest in local farmers by subscription at a fair price. Is a rate sharing model with more attention. Encourage small scale, but also gives customers more control over what they consume. Good. Bu sonali besh bo'lar ekan, demak javob G bo'ladi javob. O'z ko'rganingizda bu qismda intermediarylarni olib tashish kerak edi. O'sha iste'mol qilayotgan odam, produce qilayotgan odamni bog'lab qo'ysak, ularga masalan subscription service bo'lsa, masalan pulni berib qo'yadi, vaqtincha o'sha vaqtida yetkazib berib turadi. O'shanaqa bo'lsa, yordam beradi degan, shundan buni belgiladik. Keyingi qismda bu reference to difficulties bringing about cooperation haqida ma'lumot yo'q, bor. Difficultylar haqida mana men aytgan, mana takes time, effort, money haqida ma'lumot berilgan, shuning uchun paragraf H ni olamiz javobga. Bularni ham o'ylab ko'rishimiz mumkin, masalan, ikkini o'ylab ko'rishimiz mumkin. Farmers center barchasi bor, bu haqida ma'lumot yo'q, DB ni olib qolamiz. Demak, bu qismda matching information javoblar tugadi, matching people tugadi. Test ketayotganim uchun I'm sorry, uzr so'rayman. Agar tushunarli bo'lmagan bo'lsa, kommentda qoldirishinglar mumkin. Xo'p. Demak, bu qismda lack of irrigation programs meaning insurance. Being unable to get insurance olamiz. C bilan D ni olamiz javobni. Irrigation olmadim. Demak, 11 C bilan D bo'ldi, 12 13 ni topamiz hozir. Improving conditions, reducing size haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Attempting to ensure price or certain times of price rise haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Cooperation between wide range of interesting parties haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Ensuring consumers to take financial stakes in farming haqida ma'lumot bor. Mana bu qismda ayda o'qidik. Making customers aware of the reasons for changing food price haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Demak, qismda cooperation interesting parties. C bilan D ni olar ekanmiz. Demak, qismda C H deydi, D I deydi. Shuning uchun ham C bilan D ni oldik. Shu bilan bugungi darsimiz o'z nihoyasiga yetadi. Hammaga tushunarli bo'ldi degan umiddaman. Sizni keyingi darslarda kutib qolamiz. Thank you guys. Bye.